I don't think it changes at all. CJ's a veteran. He's played in this league for a while. We all trust him. He's one of the integral parts of this team. So kind of next man up mentality, and we'll all rally behind him if his numbers
You guys are on a couple game winning streak. Does the short week change anything as far as the prep? Is it hard? Do you like Thursday night football?
Yeah, it definitely changes the prep. I think it goes from physical to mental. A lot of mental reps, kind of taking the load off on the body, just getting everybody back right. Being in a short week, a lot of us don't really start feeling normal again until late Wednesday, on Thursday in general. So it'd be big for us all to just kind of get our bodies back right and make sure we're at our best Thursday.
Do you have to change your routes at all, or anything with the different quarterback? Ball may come a little bit differently. Does that change anything?
I think it's just an open line of communication and just making sure that they're comfortable with whatever we're doing and how we feel comfortable running certain routes and doing certain things. So I think it's just, like I said, majority just communication, and I think we've done a good job of that. Just making sure everybody's on the same page. That's why we meet together as an offense. So it's kind of like an open forum to just talk about how we do certain things.
Does it help at all that late last year CJ was doing a lot of the throwing in practice with you guys while Trevor was dealing with his injury late last season?
I think it all, the more reps you can get, the better. And we have a lot of reps banked up with him, and they do a good job of throughout the year just getting reps from everybody. So like I said, we trust him. His numbers called.
Hey Christian, we talked a lot about the playmakers that you guys have on the team. It seems that over the recent weeks, those impactful, explosive plays have been increasing. Frequency. Can you just speak to what the reason for that may be?
I think we're just starting to execute how we're supposed to execute. Guys are really honing in on their job and their job alone. And, if we get all 11 to be their best personally, then I think the offense flows and is able to start operating at the level that we are. So it's been good to see. Still have a lot of room for improvement, but we're on the right track.
Of course, it's internally you guys always was there, but just from a standpoint of sort of externally, I've seen you guys are sort of being labeled as like an explosive playmaking team. Is that something you guys can appreciate from the outside?
Yeah, but I think it's our standard. Obviously, we know that we have the guys in our room and in our offense to be able to make explosive plays, and so we expect that week in and week out, and we want to go out there every Sunday and put that product out there.
Sort of a random off-the-wall question for you a little bit, but I'm sure you've heard about the flag football heading into the Olympics. That's something that you're obviously interested in watching it, and just what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's great. Anytime the game of football can be spread at a level like that, that's worldwide. I think it's awesome. We're just growing the game year by year, and the fact that they'll have the opportunity to go out and play in the Olympics, I think is amazing. So really excited to see how it all plays out, and I'll definitely be tuned in.
Christian, you talk about communication and going into the Superdome. Just talk about playing in the Superdome and maybe nonverbal communication that you'll have dealing with that crowd.
Yeah, I think it'll be important for us. We've been practicing silent cadence all week, so it'll be big. Guys got to stay in the huddle, make sure you hear the whole call, and making sure that we're communicating. I think we do a good job in general doing that, but especially when we go into a hostile environment like that, we're gonna have to be on point.
What kind of challenges does a short week bring? What does it change for you?
I think it kind of like I mentioned before, the challenge is getting your body back right, making sure that you're as best as you can be going into Thursday night. The mental reps, kind of cramming in some film study and whatnot into really 2 days. So you just have to sacrifice a little bit of time, sacrifice time, stay here a little later and whatnot, but it's a short week, the game comes up quick, so guys like us, the veterans, are able to kind of show the young guys the way and just be able to rely on what we learned from that.
You matched up with Lattimore before?
I played against Saints once. Gone against him a couple times, but obviously a top-tier corner in the league that has been doing it at a really high level for a long time. So, whenever the matchup opportunity presents themselves, I know we're all going to have to be on our game.
Is he usually like the strength of the outside?
There's certain things to where he'll either line up the slot based off emotion, stacks and bunches and whatnot. So I know Press and Doug will do a good job of being able to create some mismatches and try to get us in the best position to go out there and take advantage of some defensive position.
How much comfort does it bring you in the receiving corps that CJ Beathard is not just some first or second year guy who's never been in it?
started 12 games. Just the familiarity, just knowing he'll handle his business.
Yeah, I sat on the other side, the sideline during when CJ starts when he was in San Fran. He picked us apart, so I saw it firsthand. So I know he can do it at a high level. He's a vet. He's done it in the league for a long time. So we definitely have all the utmost trust in him.